This is Dragon.
And Creme, wow, this is the first time you guys are gonna be hearing my voice, but okay. Today we're gonna
make idiots out of ourselves on the internet and immortalize it for all time.
You know, like professionals.
Yes.
Okay. So, this is from 6th grade, when I was really preoccupied with the idea of nuclear Armageddon. You know, like normal child things. So, I made a supply list of what I would take if we had to flee into the nuclear war bunker. And I am going to present these are the things that I thought were top priorities, okay? Okay. Supply list. Just in case. Water bottle / granola bar.
Not like both, just like one or other. Like I can live off a granola bar if I need to. Yes. I don't need liquid, I just need a granola bar.
2 shirts.
Only 2.
2 pairs of pants. I'm sure it'll only take like a week for like nuclear Armageddon to like be over, so I should be good. Pet carrier.
What about like underwear and socks and stuff?
No, I cover that later.
Oh, okay.
Toothbrush. Toothpaste. Sweater, a singular sweater. I don't know how little me managed to live with just one sweater.
I like to how could you survive nuclear Armageddon? If nuclear Armageddon happened, I would just be over there like, hey, I'm buried under 50 layers of sweaters, but I promise I'm still here.
You can't get me now, radiation. Okay, brush. All the Harry Potter books. All of the Warriors books. Priorities.
I'd criticize, but little me did the same thing.
A journal, coloring book, adult, pencil, crayon / sharpener again, one or the other.
I can live with just a pencil sharpener. I can color with it, just like scraping paper with a little blade thing.
Yes, 3 pens, because I calculated how long it would take each of them to run out of ink.
Oh boy.
And again, I'd only been nuclear bunker for a month at most, so hair ties. 6.
We need hair ties.
Undergarments. I wrote it like that. Socks, pajamas, coat,
Wait,
stuffies.
Socks aren't counted as undergarments?
No. I was straight, and then I drew a doodle of the nuclear bunker.
Oh my god. There's a little ladder. Oh my god. Entrance. Oh my god.
Entrance bay.
Supply kitchen. That is a beautiful bunker.
Look, I mapped out where my bunk would be in the rooms, and I numbered them.
We stand.
And also these dots were where I thought that since we all lived in the same area, all the people in my class would be in the nuclear war bunker with me.
Oh my god.
So I mapped out where each of them and their families would sleep as well.
Oh my god, just shows up to school on Monday. Hey, I love you a lot.
Brooke.
Oh my gosh.
And then washroom, store. What was that?
This is a beautiful bunker.
And then there's just this big empty space.
If the author thing doesn't work out, I think you could have a career in bunker design.
Oh no, I ripped it. Oh. I mean, I'm not that sad. Okay, now you go.
Okay, this is a poem. I'm not sure when I wrote this, but I found it in my pile of old school stuff.
Judging by the handwriting, it looks around the 4th grade time.
Yeah, 4th grade, 5th grade maybe. Okay, this is I don't even know why I wrote this because I hated writing poetry until I was 12. Okay. I love to stare at the wall, the bright blue one down the hall. It stands on the ground. It spins one way round. Oh, it isn't what I thought at all. And that's all. A haunting, beautiful piece of work.
Okay. Dragon, you know what's next?
Oh, boy.
The story of the Harrisons.
Oh, no.
This is also when I was in 6th grade, and I was in my Victorian children's book phase, Secret Garden.
Oh boy.
And Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, that type of stuff.
I had my phase earlier, I think. I in 1st grade. That was my Victorian children's book age.
The Story of the Harrisons by Creme. Chapter 1. This is a story about a family of dolls. The people in this family were Mama, Papa, Marie and Lizzie. That's how I spell Lizzie.
Oh my god, is that L-I-S?
It's L-I-Z-Z-E.
I mean, it's not entirely wrong. It's close.
At first, they all lived in a small, rather dark dollhouse that belonged to a little girl named Allison. Then one day, Allison's mother and father came into Allison's room and packed away everything in the dollhouse.
Wait, isn't this a self-insert?
Yes, this is a self-insert story. Including the dolls. They were put into a small box lined with pink tissue paper and
Not
put
blue,
to the
pink.
attic. At first, they were quite awake and lively. They tried to push the lid off the box.
I'm just saying,
But
this
it was
could be made into a horror show.
I know.
It's like low-key terrifying.
But it was fastened shut with a clasp. Oh, whatever will become of us, cried Mama, clutching little Lizzie close to her. Gradually, they fell into a sort of stupor. They lay in the dusty, grimy
These are some
attic
very
for years
melodramatic
and years
dolls, just saying.
and years. After a long time, someone came to the attic to clean it out, and the doll's house were sent away. Okay, I'm gonna have to change my name for this next part. Because yes, this is my self-insert story. Going in and out of the shops that lined either side of the street. As they were exiting a bakery, a store across the street caught Creme's eye. The store had a bright blue and red sign that read as follows: Bernard and Flacker, Antiques and Novelties. And I spelled antiques as A-N-T-I-C-U-E-S. And novelties is...
What do you mean that's the only way to spell antiques?
The store windows held an interesting sort of clutter. Creme pointed at the store and said, Mother, could we please go into that store? Pretty please.
I'm just imagining you calling your mom mother, and I can't. I just can't.
know. It's so
I
weird.
feel like your mom would just look at you just like, what? And you'd be like, Mother!
And Creme was looking at a series of knickknacks lining the shelves. All dating to around 1949, because they had, like, the dates picked out and everything. I, like, looked up dolls from this time period. This was my catharsis. This was my magnum opus of a story. This is, like, all of my talent collected into one place. Then, at the very back of the shelf, in a corner, she found a small, dusty box. She opened the box and saw that it was lined with tissue paper that had most certainly have been pink at one time, but now it was so faded that you could barely tell.
No! Mama and Papa and Lizzie have grown abandoned!
Kaya gave a small shriek of delight. A small shriek of delight.
What would it sound like? Just...
Ah!
Wait, hang on, did you use your real name again? Or did you not? I can't remember.
Creme gave a small shriek of delight. Oh, a little family! How lovely!
How lovely.
I'll finish chapter 2 and then...
I have never heard you use the word lovely. That's just so not a you thing to say, just lovely.
It's like a Queen Scarlet thing to say.
You sound like an upper-class British boarding school child, and you are so not.
That is what I want to be. I just want to live in, like, the, like, Victorian British, like, school child world where everything was perfect and nobody had any emotion except for mild comfort and displeasure. Then, with all the strength she began to wish. She wished and hoped and wished so hard that I think it must have had some effect. Is this like omniscient narrator or something?
I don't know.
I can't tell. This is a mess. As the box was lifted from the shelf, the other family members began to wake. Where are we? Asked Mama. We are still in our box, dear, replied Papa. But where is the box? Mama said.
Huge mood.
Oh, hush, both of you, said Marie. When the lid of the box was opened, the daylight hurt their eyes, but the sight of the child's happy face made them feel a very great happiness. Happiness spelled Happynnss. Happiness all over. Mother, 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 cried Creme as she raced into the cookware section. My goodness, Creme, don't race around like that. Gasped Miss.
I think the day your mom uses the word, my goodness, I will assume she has been possessed.
Agreed. Gasped her mother. You nearly gave me a heart attack.
The day your mom says that, I am going.
Creme held up the box with the Harrisons in it and said, Look, Mother, a little family. Aren't they beautiful? They did not look very beautiful at the moment. Of course, small me. Their Theif, faces and hands were coated with dust and grime, and their clothes were worn thin as tissue paper. But under all of the dust and grime, you could see how detailed and well-made they were.
No, how fucking terrifying they are. They're like living dolls that like haunt little children's houses.
I know.
Did they eat Allison? It's like never.
I don't know, probably. Okay, wait, this is my story. I create the canon for this universe. Yes, they are. They slowly sap the life force of like any child they're in contact with, and that's why
And then they ate Allison alive.
And that's how they fell into a stupor, because they were deprived of their life source.
Yes, they feed off children's souls. I'm telling you, Netflix, if you're watching this, we have a new what's it called?
The story of the Harrisons.
The story of the Harrisons.
New horror series. Go.
Make it now.
Okay, I'll just finish this chapter.
Full disclosure, as a 4th grader, I was anxious and I was kind of melodramatic, so this is gonna read like a soap opera. It all began when someone left the window open. Oh, that was the prompt, and I was like so proud of myself. I reached to close it, but then heard Mom and Dad yelling, Bella is 5. She isn't normal. I shut the window. They were talking about me. I knew they couldn't know. I was an uber genius. The online IQ test. Oh God, I'm done. This is so embarrassing.
I was an uber.
Listen, I had a word obsession with that word. It was like my word crush. You know, like some people get crushes in 4th grade. I got crushes on words.
I mean, I still do that. Servine.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I was an uber genius as the online test.
IQ test put it. My IQ was 205. I had never let it slip. 7 years later. Oh, God. Oh, God. Pray for my dying soul.
Dragon, when you turn like 20, you have to rewrite this.
You're gonna hold me to that.
I will.
First day of school. Don't, in all caps, panic. I could hack into the school computer to lower my marks. I was not a hacker, but Mom and Dad were already separated. I didn't want to make them get divorced. Numbers and words have been my only comfort. Not like this was a self-insert or anything.
This is fine.
My parents aren't separated or divorced.
Well,
for the
at least
record.
you changed your name.
Yeah, I was Bella. I was obsessed with that name. That was also my guinea pig's name at the time, by the way. So, like, I don't know what that says about me.
When I got home that day, I lowered my grades, like I do every day. I did math like I did. I sometimes write songs, but usually I read. I put in my earbuds, and I put on my favorite song. Why did I have to care? It was legal to not want to be popular. Why didn't I have it better off? Why couldn't Chelsea see it if I cared about... Why couldn't Chelsea if I cared about what she said? After all, words are just words!
Okay. Chelsea was so based off a person in my class at the time. She was like me taking out all my angst. I don't know how my teacher could have read this and just been like, yep, this is fine.
2 days later, ring, ring. I'll get it, I said. We are sorry to inform you. Hank Rivers has passed away.
Oh my God. No. Oh my God. There's spiritual death. I forgot about this. Oh my God. She goes into university at the end of this. Holy shit. She's like in like 5th grade.
What? Hank Rivers is my grandpa. Mom, that lady said grandpa is dead. Imagine how old is she supposed to be? Like your 10-year-old daughter like going on the phone and being like, thank you, and then turning around and being like, Mom, the lady grandpa's dead. And
Okay,
she
so-
didn't even, and she just hangs up. The next day, when I got to school, I found a note in my locker.
Oh no.
Looks like grandpa's dead, sucker! Oh my god! I want to slap Chelsea and Bella doesn't deserve this!
Okay, but like the thing is, she's like so based off the girl who was bullying me, and I am so like.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't have a locker, so she couldn't leave notes in my locker. It wasn't like as generic. I mean, yeah, she wouldn't leave notes in my locker. That's like
Looks
really.
like grandpa's dead, sucker!
Oh,
Like, they were
Bella.
poor Bella.
Oh, my
We
baby girl.
stand Bella.
Even if, oh god, I wish I hadn't named her that now because all I can hear in my head is Bella from Twilight. I haven't even seen
No,
Twilight.
this is Bella's true back. I've like watched the movies with like Brooke. We like sat down and watched them.
We should do
Partly
that
just
sometime.
ironically.
Wait,
This
no,
is
after we're
Bella's
done recording this,
true backstory.
we
Yeah.
are watching.
I went over to Chelsea's locker. See if I care, it said. That night. I was too worried
Okay,
to do
title
anything.
reference. Shameless title reference.
I know. Title drop, boom. Mic hits the floor. Stunning moment. That night, I was too worried to do anything.
Oh.
I lay in bed, too scared to
Huge
eat,
mood.
to sleep.
Oh, someone diagnosed this kid with like anxiety at the very least. I was too worried to eat or sleep.
Bella, we're accepting Bella into our character sanctuary.
Yes.
Bella, get down here now. What is this all about? I said. It's 11 at night. Mom ignored me. These marks are...
Let me see. Mom ignored me. These grades are yours, aren't they? I glanced at the grade. I glanced. There you. Oh, I think I read. I glanced at the computer. Yes, you lied. Oh my gosh, I didn't space with dialogue once, and I put the exclamation mark outside of the.
Oh my god, I did that too. I had to. I didn't think we could pay for university.
No! Oh god, the university subplot coming. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. Brace yourself, dragon.
Bell, B-E-L, you could win any scholarship ever made. Exclamation point outside of dialogue tag again. Dialogue tag, you're a genius! 1 week later, I was packing up my stuff when Chelsea approached me. I just wanted to say sorry. Oh.
We don't have to finish this whole.
What did I thought last night? Hurt is needed for healing. I forgive you. Thanks.
That's like
flashback. Guess your grandpa's dead, sucker.
Oh god, I had a huge complex about this.
Thanks. Chelsea walked away. That afternoon, I grabbed up my songbook. I'd been thinking about Chelsea's apology. I opened a fresh page. I titled it Aftermath.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So the precursor to my poetry was really melodramatic songs. Creme, you've seen some of them. Okay, I love you guys, and that's why I'm going to sing this song, this monstrosity.
I titled it Aftermath.
I wrote down frantically.
Okay, Dragon. 3, 2, 1, go.
You're the one in power, but you're the one crying. I'm the one who left you. I'm the one still trying. I sang it better. I sang it like, you're the one in power. No, I can't do it. Chelsea had asked to walk home with me, and I had said no. I felt kind of guilty. But we weren't like each other. The next month, I was finally going to learn something at school. In the class I was taking, advanced mathematics, my teacher gave me a glare. Talk to me after class. Why? I said to him. You can talk to me now. He dragged me out of the class and, long story short, expelled me. I didn't care. I was alone, but I didn't care.
I was happy alone.
Oh, baby dragon, you needed a hug.
And she goes to every university and gets all this. Okay, let's come up with an end for this story. Bella goes to all the university, and then like her teachers start getting stressed out because she's super anxious all the time and like doesn't socialize or do anything. And then so they send her to a therapist, and then she gets happy. Help.
Yes. If I could go on a magic sled ride, I would go to the future to see where I am in high school. There would be lots of classes. There would be lots of lockers and pepple. Yeah. There are P-P-L. There are lots of people in lockers. They regularly give me panic attacks. I would drive a car.
I
don't own a car. I am a failure in life. I would be the smartest girl in school who somewhat had unrealistic life expectations. I would be
Bella, the 10-year-old who goes to university.
I would be an actress. I would carry an iPhone around. Also, I would have a cell phone. Didn't know those were the same thing. I actually don't have a cell phone.
I would be very pretty. My hair would be very shiny.
I would have lots of friends. I would have lots of money. I would have 2 guinea pigs and a hamster spelled with a P. And then my teacher wrote, I can picture all that really happening, which is code for Dream On Kid.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This was written in like 6th grade as well.
Oh boy.
At like 8:30 at night on a plane to Maui.
Oh boy.
Long ago, in the days of emperors and magic, there lived 3 sisters, Columbine, Ivy, and Rose.
I love Columbine.
They lived with their father, who's the most renowned metal worker in the land. One day, their father received a grand proposal.
Your handwriting here. Oh my god.
It gets worse when we get to the other one. Received a grand proposal from across the great seas. He would create a throne for the mighty emperor of the realm. The metal worker labored day and night for months and months before it was complete. When it was complete, it was amazing, made entirely of gold. It was intricately carved and inlaid. I'm starting to understand how to sing.
Person?
Yeah. It was intricately carved and inlaid with gems which depicted plants and animals that could only be known by the great fairy lords. Once the throne was...
I identify as a great fairy lord.
Agreed. Okay. Once the throne was completed, plans were made to set off for the emperor's palace, which lay across the Great Sea. A ship was chosen, the Singing Pearl.
The Great Sea. TM.
A ship was chosen, the Singing Pearl, and her crew was starward and honorable. I wanted everything to just be like...
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
just saying.
It's like a good fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, I've read better. I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah, this is something you could read to a child, kind of.
You had a very talented descriptive way with descriptive language. Can't say I did.
Her crew was starward and honorable. Her crew was stalwart and honorable, and led by a captain by the name, and captained by the great Jeremy Fishlock. The send-off was... What the fuck? What is that word?
Mullery? All that's coming to mind is Milkshwary money management from the series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, okay. The send-off was, good. With cheering crowds and other stuff.
Maybe marvelous?
Was marvelous. With cheering crowds. And what the fuck? The ship set sail, and for several days the crew and passengers had nothing but shining waves and beautiful sunsets, each more glorious than the last. But on the 9th day at sea, tragedy struck. Pirates, corsairs, sea vermin of all kinds.
Just saying here, there are a lot. They're like running out of supplies. A storm.
Yeah, but pirates.
No, pirates are the storm. Pirates are your food.
They
pirates
attacked the ship. Attack spelled ATACKED. Killing most of the crew and taking the rest prisoner. Everyone won that boat. on that boat. I spelled on like one. That boat fought fiercely, but the villains were too many, and they were overpowered. The gallant folks aboard the Singing Pearl languished in the slave holds of the pirate ship for days.
Oh no. Oh no.
I just finished reading like Narnia after I wrote this.
Oh boy.
The ship eventually docked on the island of Montclair.
10 out of 10 naming.
It was a rough, rocky shore. It was a rough, rocky shore. What the fuck is that word? How I remember writing this and like reading it over and being like, yes, this is discernible. It was a rough, rocky shore with cliffs on most of its sides and sparsely forested on top. On the largest of the aforementioned cliffs sat a fortress, hewn of stone and timbered with driftwood. It sat like a crouching beast. Okay, props small Creme for the good description.
Boop.
You heathen! I will. The Harrisons are coming to get you. I will command them. Boop. Boop.
Well, that didn't really count. I booped your eye. I'm sorry. There was a bad boop.
The ruler of this place was Montclair, the most vicious of all pirates and vermin. All this the prisoners saw and learned. After they were paraded before Montclair like a herd of prize cattle. I had like a thing with like slavery. It like wasn't weird or anything. Well, maybe it was weird, but like
I think that might be weird.
But I like wrote about characters being like captured all the times or imprisoned.
Anxiety thing? Question mark?
It was probably an anxiety thing because I always wrote about them in the most horrible conditions ever, and then I wrote them about
I feel like that's like an anxiety thing, like about like I don't know, like losing control or something.
Yeah, like losing control. I was also just making them suffer because I wanted. Because
suffer like your mother.
Suffer like your mother, child. And also eventually they all escaped and took down the people who imprisoned them and destroyed everything and then lived happily ever fucking after.
I feel like that's definitely like an anxiety thing.
Shock looks on their pale faces. The three girls toppled off the cliffs. They all got shot with crossbows by a crossbow.
Columbine, no.
Columbine, Ivy, Rose. Montclair smiled to himself. One more threat is now eliminated. Raising the crossbow, he turned to face his troops. They all raised their voices to cheer for him. Montclair, Montclair, Montclair.
I'm getting Beauty and the Beast like vibes here.
Yeah. Oh wait, this stay tuned for this next bit because it gets actually this entire like third act gets weird. But wait, what was that now? What was that noise? It was not cheering, that was for sure. He turned around. Montclair had just the time to scream. The ocean is alive! He hollered, stumbling away. Okay, so, debrief. The ocean is angry that Montclair is being such a dick. So, it's going to, like, wave him.
Honestly, if I were the ocean, I'd do that too. Montclair is like an A-grade jerk.
He hollered, scrambling away. It did seem so as a massive tidal wave bore down upon the hapless villains. They screamed and tried to run, but it was no use.
This is definitely a metaphor.
Not only was the wave pounding down on them.
All of the characters die at the end. Is there like a single living character?
No, remember their dad who like doesn't exist.
Their dad.
They not only was the wave pounding down on them, but the entire cliff was breaking away. This is so melodramatic. I love it.
You could make a musical out of this.
Yeah, it all happened so fast that in a few moments, no sound was heard except for the crashing surf. And the only abnormal sight was a mound of rubble that was the only tomb there would ever be for the vengeance that died there.
Okay, y'all, just a side note. At one point, I wrote like the first few lyrics of Timeline as a musical. I did it. I'm not even lying.
TD!
No. Okay, so Creme left this comment below one of the chapters, like, the most powerful dragon in Pyrrhia should just be abbreviated to TMPDP. Yeah, TMPDP. And then we, like, texted about it for a while, and I was having a really bad day, and I got home, and I sang. I was like, I came up with like songs.
TMPDP, the most powerful dragon of Pyrea. That's me.
It was iconic.
That's on the internet now. Okay.
I feel like someday you guys are just going to like knock at my door, just like, we want Timeline Musical, and I'm just gonna hide.
3 weeks later, Arbutus the metalworker stood in the deck of the ship singing
Arbutus
Pearl.
is a 10 out of 10 name.
I know. At least I named my characters right. I like wanted it. My like half asleep brain wanted it to be a theme that the entire family was named after plants, or like something. That's the closest thing I have to like a theme here, I think.
Just saying, it's a very
Other than
story.
the ocean will kill all your enemies for you, but only after you kill and like.
I'm just picturing you like to your children, like, okay, remember, Joan, the ocean will kill anyone who's mean to you at school, so don't worry.
Darksucker to Shadowhunter. The ocean will kill anyone who's mean to you at school. I enchanted it.
You do that.
Overseeing the preparations for departure. After it was discovered that Montclair and almost all of his posse were dead, it was easy to overthrow the few pirates he had left at the fortress. All they needed was a compelling speech, and boom, instant fighting force. That's definitely how things work. Good thing Jeremy Fishlock was so great at speeches. Okay. But still, even though they had won a great victory, a sadness weighed heavily on his heart. If Montclair was dead, his daughters most certainly were too. He had failed to save them, just as he had failed to save their mother so long ago. Oh my God! Someone give this guy a hug.
Yes.
Sighing, he turned around and saw the strangest thing he had ever seen in his life.
Oh no, ghosts.
It was as if it was a wave, a small one, coming straight towards the boat.
Oh no, Rose and I what are they?
Rose, Ivy, and Columbine
are the ocean now, aren't they?
On top of the wave, he saw 3 figures riding it.
Called it.
Okay. Riding it. The wave came closer and closer until finally it splashed onto the deck. The 3 figures came with it. When they landed on the deck, he recognized them as his own daughters. And paying no heed to the startled cries of the crew, rushed forward to hug them. Top 10 best reunions in, literature. They embraced for a moment, and then Rose spoke. "Father, we are so happy to see you, but we don't have long." "Yes," Ivy continued, "as the ocean gave some of her spirit so we could survive, she also destroyed the pirates. So," Columbine added, we have to return soon, because we are a part of her now." They all hurried to explain, but Arbutus was too overjoyed to kill. "Oh, my dears," he murmured, "I thought the sea had taken you from me, but it has saved you." The end.
That was brilliant.
Okay, so now I'm gonna make up a proper ending for that. So let's say Jeremy Fishlock and Arbutus get married.
Yes, absolutely. I ship them so hard.
Yes.
Hang on, what would their ship name be? Arbutus Lock?
Fishbutus.
Yeah.
And then they build a house by the ocean.
And then they see Rose and Ivy and
Columbine all the time. Yes, okay. I am happy with that.
I am.
Okay.
Why am I emotional?